Even the most loving dog owners have to admit it. Our dogs can be real weirdos sometimes. You might think you have a complete handle on your pooch's behavior most of the time, but then they go and do something completely strange, and you're stuck asking yourself, why does my dog do that? In this video, we are going to look at 7 of the weirdest things our dogs do when they see us and explain what's going through their heads when they do them. But before we dive in, why not subscribe and join our doggy-loving community for more fun facts about your dog? Number 1. Do you have something on your face? Did you somehow get your usual morning moisturizer mixed up with something that's scented like dog food? It's hard to think why else your pup would insist on licking your face like you're the first ice cream cone they've had all summer. But it's not really about how you taste. Your dog licks your face as a way of grooming you. If you have more than one dog, especially if you have a mama dog and puppies, you'll probably notice them doing this to each other. Grooming is in its most basic form a way for dogs to clean each other, but just like how spa days and makeovers can be a fun bonding activity for humans, so grooming can be a way for dogs to relax and build social bonds with each other. As for why your dog prefers to lick your face above all other body parts, okay, that probably is because of your taste. You eat with your face, and even after you've wiped the crumbs away from your mouth, your dog can still smell the food on your breath. It's also one of the only parts of the body that is both pretty prone to sweat, from your dog's perspective, delicious, salty sweat, and is typically not covered by clothing. Number 2. You can always tell when a dog is thinking about something very hard or has encountered something that they don't quite understand because they do that adorable head tilt. Do they really think that seeing things on their side will make them clearer? Well, yeah, because it will. Most breeds of dog, apart from very flat-faced breeds like pugs, are equipped with a very hefty snoot. This is great for sniffing, but less good for seeing. You can probably see your nose in your field of vision, however faintly, and a human nose is much smaller than a dog's. Longer-nosed breeds of dog even have extra cells in their eyes, as a way to try and make up for having to peer around that massive hooter all the time. To get something resembling the dog vision experience, try putting your fist in front of your nose and trying to read words on a page. You can probably see stuff at the sides of your vision, but anything straight ahead is going to be blocked off. But then try turning your head on one side. Now, being able to see more out of the sides of your eyes is a huge plus, right? Especially if you're looking at something tall and thin. You know, like most humans are in comparison to dogs. Your pup turns their head to one side because it helps them see better, and specifically, it helps them see you better. Number 3. The only thing more awkward than your dog shoving their nose into your crotch and taking a sniff is when they do the same thing to another person. Always a weird moment, especially when the other person isn't a fellow dog lover and has no idea that this is a normal canine behavior. Why does your dog do this? Do they just want to embarrass you? Or do they really like the smell of sweaty jeans for some reason? Well, that last guess isn't too far off. You've probably noticed that when your pup meets a fellow pooch in the park, they like to say hello by sniffing the other dog's butt. Dogs are incredibly scent-focused creatures. Smell is the main sense that they use to understand the world around them, the way vision is for humans. When your dog smells another dog's butt, they're actually smelling the other dog's pheromones. This distinct scent can tell them all kinds of things about their new friend, from their general health to their emotional state, to whether they're in the market for a new doggy date anytime soon. The butt is the part of the dog where their pheromones are the strongest, so that's where they go to sniff first. For humans, the smelliest places are the places where we have our apocrine glands, the glands that release that stinky sweat that gives us body odor. You may not be surprised to learn that these glands are most concentrated around our groins and armpits. So, rather than asking why your dog smells people's crotches, your new question might be, why don't they go around smelling people's pits as well? The answer is pretty simple. You probably use deodorant or antiperspirant on your pits to keep them from smelling. Most people don't do the same on their private area, so the scent there is stronger. Number 4. It's the only thing more embarrassing than the crotch sniffing obsession. You're hanging out on the couch with your friends when your dog comes in and starts getting overexcited, specifically about the concept of human legs. If you're lucky, it'll be yours. If you're unlucky, they'll pick one of your guests. You'll probably be extremely relieved to learn that humping people's legs and the furniture and other dogs isn't usually about your dog trying to mate. Apart from anything else, female dogs do it as well, as do neutered male dogs. Rather, it simply means that your dog is getting overstimulated. They're excited about seeing new people, or anxious because there are strangers in the house, and they're unfortunately choosing to work off their excess energy in the most awkward way possible. But why your legs specifically? Don't worry. Your dog doesn't have some secret passion for human legs. They're just the part of the body that's easiest to reach when you're close to the ground. Number 5. Okay, your dog seems to have forgotten that they're meant to be a quadruped. That is, an animal that gets around on all 4 legs. You're not really sure what kind of animal they think they are at the moment. Quite possibly a kangaroo. When you walk in the door, your dog gets up on their hind legs and starts jumping up and down like a jackrabbit. Why? Because they want your attention. Humans are generally tall and dogs are generally short. By jumping up, your dog puts themselves at as close to your eye level as they can get, ensuring that you can't ignore them. They might even try resting their paws on your shoulders, letting them stay upright for longer, and ensuring that they have your full attention. If you want to train your dog to stop doing this, and we can understand why, it can get pretty annoying. You have to deny them the attention they want when they jump up, and instead reward them when they behave in a more appropriate way. Number 6. We all appreciate a good stretch when we wake up, or before or after a workout. But your dog seems to be stretching all the time. It feels like whenever you walk into a room, they start doing one of their big stretches. Should you be worried about their muscular health? Are they just that stiff? Nope. Don't worry. Your dog likely isn't stretching when you walk into the room for their sake, but for yours. This is called a greeting stretch. Your dog's way of saying hello. Most dogs reserve this particular greeting for their closest loved ones. So if your dog does it for you, then you should feel truly honored. Number 7. What noise does a dog make? The traditional answer is woof. But you could probably also count whining or howling. Although if you have any close neighbors, we hope that your dog doesn't do the latter too often. You probably wouldn't put laughter on the list. However, dogs don't do the human-style kind of vocal laughter, but they do express happiness during play by play panting. This is when your dog exhales short bursts of air. It's easily confused with the sound your dog makes when they're panting from the heat, but it should be slightly softer sounding. Some shelters have found that they can calm down the pups in their care by playing recordings of other dogs play panting over speakers. For more information about how to understand your pooch, check out this video on how to recognize when your dog is secretly mad at you